Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing the overview of Leo season for all the signs. Now, this is going to be the introduction, and if you follow me, you'll know that I do an introduction on what I think is kind of important stuff. I also pull a few cards during the introduction sometimes. Now, if you're new, basically I post twice a week general energies. One is from Monday through Thursday. The other is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I post the long readings, like I like to call these, once a month. Now, this was going to be about your sign during Leo season. But what's going to happen is I'm going to give you kind of an overview of just what's going on. I do post in the descriptions the minute marker of when the signs actually begin. So if you cross watch, if you do your rising, ascending, your moon, your Venus, or whatever else sign you watch, you can just, once you've seen the introduction, I don't make you see it every time. You can just click onto that minute marker to get to where you want to be. Now, when I am doing my long readings, actually, when I'm doing my short readings, I am using my Radley Valentine decks. For my long readings, I'm going to be using my Angel Tarot cards for the main message. I then finish kind of towards the end with my Archangel Power Tarot cards, but we'll explain that a little more so. So anyway, I start main message with my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I will then go to John Holland's Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, and I will then kind of get some clarification. I come to my Osha Zen Tarot cards, any words of advice. Then I go to my Archangel Power Tarot cards. I then pull from my Emily Anderson crystal deck and, see what kind of stone crystal might be helpful during this time. Periodically, depending on how things are going, what the feelings are, I will also pull a Radley Valentine Guardian Angel deck from my Guardian Angel deck, and I'll also pull from my Waite Rider traditional tarot deck. Okay, now I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? I'm an intuitive channeler. What that means is I open myself to higher power, and whatever the message is, my job is just to deliver it. Now, a couple of things too, when I do my introductions, and especially for the season, I like to give you a little bit of the overview on where the planets are. Now, Leo in itself is going to be really rather interesting energy. Every year it has this one phenomenon happening, so we're going to go through that a little bit. Now, on one of the sites, and this is the site that gives me the birth, your natal charts, and I've posted this before. I'm going to post it again, but this gave a really nice little synopsis. So the planets show us what is happening. Signs show us how it is happening. And houses show us where it is happening. Now, during Leo season, 4 planets will be direct: Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Uranus. It does go retrograde August 19th. Now, Uranus is always about expect the unexpected. Leos are very, very aware of this. We have 4 planets retrograde: Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto. Okay, so we know that right before the 22nd, and I'm looking at my notes over here, and I will post my notes on my website, and then I'll link it to my Facebook page. I'll maybe link it to my community page also. My website, not too robust, but you'll be able to get to this if you want to watch this, if you want to look at this. So the 21st, Venus is entering Virgo. It's leaving Leo, entering into Virgo. And that will give us a more grounded energy. And the only thing that we need to be careful of, we need to be careful of a little smugness. Now, the 22nd, the sun, which is the ruling planet, if you want to call it that, enters Leo. And that's at 10:27 a.m. And all the times I give will be Eastern Standard Time, so you can adjust that to your own time. Now, kind of the thoughts when I'm preparing, the sun burns bright. This is going to be the time to shine. Also to Leo, while the sun, it also is the heart. And this is about honesty. And I know I've talked about Saturn in Aquarius, reality versus illusion. There's going to be some time where that's going to butt it, the two are going to butt heads. And the illusion is going to be very rough. It's going to be rough to maintain. Anyway, so the thing about that is, just basically, like I said, time to shine, honesty. Leo energy is very honest energy. Now you may say, but I know a lot of liars. Well, we all have our good, we all have our bad, and it's not all, it's not all Leo energy. Like I said, if you ever go to see what your natal sign, your natal chart is, you're going to see all the influencing planets there too. And again, I will post that in the community page. Okay, so on the 23rd, this is an interesting time. We're going to have a full moon in Aquarius at 10:36 p.m. Again, everything's Eastern Standard Time, so I'll stop saying that. Open your mind to the possibilities. Think big. Dream big. It's also a lot of rebel energy too. So it's breakout energy. Now the interesting thing here is that this is the first of two full moons in Aquarius. Now the one in August, it's like just, it's barely in Leo season. It's transitioning, but they're still considering this an Aquarius moon. So there's a lot of things that can be done during this time. A lot of get up and go energy here too. Okay, so the interesting thing now is in Leo season, from the 23rd, well actually July 23rd, okay, there is the Mayan calendar. There is the galactic calendar. And I don't know a whole lot about this, but I thought this was interesting because this all leads into what they call the Lion's Gate portal. And you may have heard of that. That's on August 8th, 8/8. So but we'll talk a little bit about that. I'm rushing ahead. So there is the 23rd is really kind of the end of the Mayan calendar or this galactic calendar. Then the 26th is when the new year actually starts in this calendar. So that leaves the 25th. Now the 25th, so the 23rd is the culmination of this 13 moon calendar. And that's on the 24th. The 25th starts on the 26th, the new year starts on the 26th, but we have the 25th. This is what is considered the day out of time. It's a very, very spiritual day. It's it's charged with a lot of spiritual energy. There's a lot of things to do with the arts, but not in the way you think. It's more creativity. It's more creativity, not necessarily what you put down on paper or what you paint or there's more of a creative energy here. Okay, so 25th has some really powerful stuff. Allows a more intense connection with that spiritual world. Actions will be well received by the universe if they are positive, if we have our vibrations very, very high. So again, the 26th, planetary, galactic, I think even the Mayan New Year begins. Now, the 26th from the 12th of August is the time of the Lion's Gate. It's when it's opening, culminating on August 8th to being totally open, to then the 12th when it closes. Okay, so that we'll go back to that in just a moment. Now, the other thing is the 27th, July, Mercury enters Leo, and that's all about communication. And again, I wrote truth, 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 honesty, honesty, honesty. It's kind of like that child. Did you do this? No. It's like, even if my words, it's like I can't, this is going to be a time of truth. This is, and this is while Mercury is in Leo, our communications, even if we want to hold them back, it's like, don't even try to hold that back. So on the 28th, Jupiter retrogrades back into Aquarius. It's been in Pisces. Now it's going back into Aquarius. It continues the full moon energy. And remember, the full moon, the beginning of July to the beginning of, I should say, Leo to the end of Leo season, there's going to be that Aquarius full moon. And again, that truly, truly rebellious side. But it's kind of like, I'm kind of getting the King Arthur days, the Knights of the Round Table, might for right type of thing. It's for the right reason. We just have to make sure that we're doing the right thing for the right reason. Okay, so I wrote, continues that full moon energy, wants to do good for the collective, but not leaning on emotion. Objectivity more than emotion. So it's not necessarily going to be, oh, I need to do this. Oh my gosh. There's times that we can see somebody that's having troubles and we want to go in and jump in and want to help them. But then we realize objectively that sometimes it's better to help them or teach them than it is to do for them. So we've got that overlying energy going on. Now, that other site that I reference back to periodically, they're talking about these first 10 days of August with a high risk of unexpected shocks and surprises. I'm going to post that one also. And I can see why. Okay, the 1st of August and the 2nd of August, Leo's opposing Saturn. Saturn retrograding with, that's in retrograde in Aquarius, but it's still Saturn in Aquarius. Leo's opposing it. Leo's kind of saying, none of your baloney anymore. Hey, be honest. So there's going to be that total fight, possibly within ourselves to be more honest. Now, we have Venus trining with Uranus on the 3rd. On the 4th, we have Mercury. Okay, so then we have Mercury and Uranus. Anything to do with Uranus is expect the unexpected. Uranus doesn't do what we want it to do per se. It does a lot of times what needs to be done. So we have the 3rd, Virgo is trining, and that's a nice energy. But then we have the 4th, Mercury in Leo is squaring with Uranus. So again, that communication. Squares have a little bit of a kind of like that pearl, that piece of sand, that pearl in the oyster, kind of like needs to be coated a little bit. And then we have the Sun on the 7th, where in Leo squaring with Uranus again. So there is going to be some friction there. There's going to be some friction. Okay. Now, on the 8th of August, we have a couple of things happening. Now, remember, I told you that this is when the Lion's Gate is totally open. And this is when, and they consider this to be a portal to where, I can't tell you, a portal to the spiritual side, a portal to the, to the, I don't know, just the dimensional side, a portal to other realms. I can't tell you, but it's a portal. So there is going to be, the new moon is going to be in Leo. Remember, it squares with Uranus, so expect the unexpected. It's also, like I said, known as the Lion's Gate. That is when the Sun and Sirius, they conjunct, they align. And so it's almost like, if you're able to look up where these two star system, there's these two stars, they're almost on top of each other, and it's almost as if we have either a brighter sun or it's like we have two suns going on. So the energies are supercharged, stepping up to higher frequency energies and to new responsibilities. Now, so this is kind of pulling us up to that higher level. This is why I'm always talking about our vibrations and keeping our vibrations high. It's very important that we do that. And as we try to keep and work together to keep our vibrations high, I promise you, the universe will be pulling and pushing and just throwing in more of those low vibration energies to try to block us. Now, is that the universe? I shouldn't say it's the universe. And a lot of times I'll say higher power, your guardian angel, spirit guide, the voice of the universe, the source, the divine, whoever that is for you. But I shouldn't say it's that per se. But as we burn brighter, many energies don't want us to burn bright, so they try to dim our light. Anyway, so now on the 11th, Mercury enters Virgo. Remember, Venus is in Virgo, and Mercury and Venus, I'm sorry, no, it's Mars and Venus. I'm sorry, Mars and Venus that likes to be together. So anyway, Mercury enters Virgo. Again, communication. This is really getting down to business energy here. Venus enters Libra, so there is a rebalancing happening. Now that's on the 16th. Now, this I thought was interesting. Can't tell you necessarily what it's going to mean, but August the 13th, it will be a Friday the 13th in August, which is not real common. The last time there was a Friday the 13th was in 2010. Now, the number 13, now I like to bring it down, to the, talk about the 1, new beginning, or a 10, transition, 3, has some creativity, and then you add it together. 1 plus 3 is 14. Is 4. That has stability, organization, leadership. But the number 13 in itself is about death and rebirth. Okay? Something has to end in order for something to start. Sometimes it can be very harsh, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to happen. Many times over, we're being prepared by the universe for this. Because so now, instead of, I don't want you to really worry, oh my gosh, the 13th. No, because it always, it is about rebirth. And remember, 5 days before, we have that new moon, which is that new cycle. Okay. So the 20th, Uranus goes retrograde in Taurus. Okay, more of the the unexpected. On the 22nd of August, the second full moon will be in Aquarius at 8:01 a.m. Now, this is great. Now, there was a lot of Jupiter energy. Remember, Jupiter was retrograding back into Aquarius right after the full moon, right, in July. Now, this aligns with Jupiter and is the second full moon in Aquarius. This is about optimism, good luck, success, but be aware of self-indulgence and self-gratification. Okay, that can pull our vibrations down. And then on the 22nd, the sun enters Virgo at 3:35 p.m. Okay, so now, lots of stuff happening. Let's kind of go. Now that full moon, that new moon is a time, the energies are such, I really can't tell you what to necessarily expect with a new moon. And again, new moon to full moon, as it's getting bigger, it is waxing. That's when we do a lot of requesting. The new moon is a new cycle, is when we get out there and we start new projects, new things like that. The full moon to the new moon is when we get rid of things. The full moon in itself is about, when I say we get rid of things, so that's our release, our relinquish, and our request time. But I don't know, this new moon is going to be a little bit different. I really don't have, when I'm doing this, I was like, okay, higher power, what are we going to do with this? I really can't tell you what's going to happen as yet. It's going to be, there could be an extremely chaotic energy. Again, too, there's a lot of things happening within that, that 5-day period from that new moon. So, there's a lot of things that could be happening. A lot of times, too, it could be a very tower moment where things have to come down in order to be built up. So let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we are going to pull a card for the overview of Leo season. So here we go. Let's pull 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. And this is general, universal, just what's going on out there. Okay, 3 cards. Okay, so the Empress, let me move that so we have that nice and clear. Okay, the Empress, and remember, anything reversed has stronger energy. So the Empress to me has a lot of universal energy. So there's a lot of things happening from our higher power, the universe, the source. There's going to be a lot of things shifting, a lot of things changing here. Now, the last couple of times that I've been seeing the Empress, I have been getting a lot of pregnancy, a lot of getting ready to birth type of energy. I'm feeling that with Leo, I think that the birthing process is happening. Whatever, and again too, that's taking us to those higher, higher levels, the ascension periods. We've been going through a lot. We have been, Cancer, new moon, I think I said that was like the piece of charcoal that was being, the pressure that was getting it ready to become that diamond energy. So with this, now we have that three creativity, power of three, the Trinity. There's a lot of power with this, but the Empress, universal energy. The Empress does bring about abundance, but this is the birthing. I feel like this could be a very strong birthing process. Remember, labor's not fun. Labor's not fun, but the outcome, the outcome is, if it's a positive outcome, that's quite a beautiful thing happening. Next card. Okay, this one is also reversed. Now, this is rods or wands. Now, that is our fire energy. It is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, passionate, burning, determined energy. This is a 9. 9 has like a culmination energy. 9 has a okay, you've done everything you need to do. The 9 of rods is stand firm. Stand firm. This is going to be, I kind of feel like this is going to be the shorter period. I feel like labor is going to be short and you just need to get through this. Okay, this is for Leo season. Next card. Here we are, again reversed, and again, so here we have a 7. 7 has that divine umbrella. It's a perfect divine number, and this is again, this goes along with this, with the 9. There is going to be some battles. There is going to be some, some resistance. But now, is that going to be within yourself or the people around you? We'll only have to see what happens with that one, but. It's not something that it's not something that's going to overcome us. We just have to remember to stand firm. Okay, now let's go on and let's see what we have for that full moon in Aquarius. Oh, okay, we got some cards already coming out. And when they pop like that, they need to come out. Okay, the full moon in Aquarius. So now we have the 9 of Swords. Remember, 9s have this, like it's a completion energy. This is, you see this person, Swords in itself is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. It is your thought processes. It's making plans. And you see this person, oh no, oh no, oh no. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, then we come to the 3, again, another 3. So remember the numbers too. The numbers have been speaking very loudly to me lately. So if you ever see some numbers that really are connecting or resonating for you, write them down and then go in your search browser and just put those numbers in plus angel numbers and hit enter. So this is a card that people don't necessarily like. However, it's not as bad as you think this is, because this is some past wounds, but this also has some healing to it. But the thing is, it's like, are you going to carry this around? So a lot of this is releasing, relinquishing, and then we come to another 7, and this is Pentacles. Pentacles is our earth energy. It is our Virgo. We're about to go into Virgo season after Leo. It is our Virgo. It is our Capricorn. It's our Taurus. And, it's very solid. A lot of times it's the efforts we put into making our money. It's our job. And in this case, so there's a lot of releasing, because you can't be staying up all night. You can't be going, oh no, oh no, oh no. You have to release the anxiety. There's a relinquishing the pain, relinquishing the hurt. And then there's the requesting. The requesting is to request what, hey, I put all this effort into something. Now it's time to reap those rewards. Okay? And that's what the 7 of Pentacles is. It's you've been working hard, you've been doing what, and it doesn't necessarily mean in that physical world. It could be in the metaphysical too, though there is this earth energy, but I've been working hard. So this has a lot of that same energy. So go ahead, request, keep working, the rewards are coming. Okay. I'm also going to do a card just one card for July 25th, which is the day out of time. I thought that was extremely interesting. The 25th has a meaning for me. So let's see what we have for that day. Again, it's going to be, according to these calendars, there's going to be very strong spiritual energy. So let's see what we have. Ah, so here we have a 6, and again, that was reversed. The 6 of Cups. Cups is our water energy. It is our Scorpio, our Pisces, our Cancer, fluid, emotional. There is a lot of looking back. There is, this would be a perfect time for that day out of time, because there is this looking back in order to get ready for the future. The 6 of Cups, 6 is the number of man. It's the energies you put into it. A lot of times this has a lot of nostalgia in it. A lot of times this has a lot of comfort and caring in it also. So that would be a good card for that spiritual. Part of this is getting, I'm kind of feeling with this, because you can see here is this, person that has all of these beautiful little flowers in their cups and wants to give. So that's a very generous card also. It's a very caring card also. So I like that. Okay, let's go on and let's see what else we have here. Let's just jump to that portal. Let's just jump to the new moon. So here we have that new moon. Okay, the new moon, August 8th. It is the opening of, it's where the Lion's portal is completely open. Let's see what we have here. And we'll pull 2 cards for that one. Here we go. 1 and 2. Okay, so we have Judgment. We have a 20. We have a 2. 2 has a 2 has a decision-making energy to it. 0 has universal energy, God energy, divine energy to it. Judgment is basically kind of that time where things are weighed and balanced. This is also a time when you can go through. It's kind of like, I'm kind of getting that Stargate energy. It's kind of like, you can go through, you can't. You can go through, you can't. Kind of very karmic also. Okay, and now, again, so here we are. King of Swords. King of Swords, swords again, the air energy. And so we have actually talked about our fire energy, our air energy, our water energy, and our earth energy. So I will not be mentioning those in the longer readings. Anyway, the King of Swords, air. Kings have the underlying energy of air. Swords is air. Very objective, just kind of cut and dry. Goes along quite well with Judgment. So, I don't know. I'm just going to put that out there, and I'm going to let you, just kind of see what it is, you think it's going to be about. Let me know, because the new moon, while it's to start new cycles, start new transitions, new, just new, I really don't get a good, shouldn't say a good feel. I don't get it. What I mean is I can't really wrap my head around it. I haven't been really getting anything about it, except, there could be a lot of chaos energy. There could be a lot of, which is not bad, okay? But, it could be very unsettling energy too. Okay, so I am trying to hold this back. I was thinking about our next full moon. So this will be about our full moon. And like I said, it is about to just transition into Virgo season, but we are still in Leo. So let's see what that full moon will be. Victory. So here we have that 6, number of man. This is, so while there is these rough patches, there is this high energy going on. There is a lot about victory. This is the 6 of rods, the 6 of wands. Again, it's that fire energy riding into victory. So there is going to be, even though there's a lot going on, again, riding into victory. It actually comes out. And if we talk, when I talk about it, here we go. The 22nd, the full moon, Aquarius, optimism, good luck, success. And here we have it. Here we have success. So there's a lot going on. There is so much going on for everyone, or I should say around everyone. And we can tap into these. We can tap into these energies. So Let's take some deep breaths. I know I will be posting this. I may post this as a standalone video too, but I will be putting this in the beginning of the longer readings. So, but I will also post the timestamp for when the individual readings begin. Okay? Okay. So, everyone, let's start our readings. Hello, my Geminis. Welcome to Leo season. It's going to be an interesting season. And as I was doing my shuffling, because I shuffle before I start, but each of the readings, but as I was doing it, I was getting the message, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. So know as much as you can. Okay, my Geminis, but you're an air sign, so knowledge is power. Let's just put it at that. So let's see what we have for my Geminis during Leo season. 1, 2, and 3. Our 2 cards face down. I mean, all 3 are face down, but these 2 are reversed. Here we are. First card. The Page of Fire. Okay, also too, my hand is, money might be coming to you. Anyway, Page's underlying energy is Earth. It is our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, solid energy, job energy. A lot of times this has to do with job, career, could be about a new home also, or new, someplace to go live. But fire energy is your Leo energy, your Sagittarius, your Aries, passionate, burning. So there's something that you're doing, some sort of commitment, job, some sort of a path, something that you really feel very, very strongly about, very committed to. Now the Page has a lot of very optimistic energy and really just jumps in. Now that fire energy is pushing that Page further in. And I just feel that is this a job? Is this a career? Is this a new business? Is this something? It's like, I've got to get my work done. I've got to get this done, and this is the time that I have to get this done. There is such strong commitment that I'm getting. Again, to going back, knowledge is power. Know what you need to know. There is such strong push forward with this Page of Fire. Anyway, outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous. So it does sound like you might have a little fun, as you're doing this. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. But again, I feel this very strong, like this is it. This is now. I've got to do this. This could be something that, maybe you've been getting, maybe you're in your, you've gotten a little bit older. You never went to school or went for an advanced whatever degree, whatever. And you're kind of like, this is now. I have to sign up for my college. I have to sign up for my master's. I have to sign up for this next step. This is what I want now. Or it could be again, it's kind of like this is something you've always wanted. You've been pushing for this, and the opportunity opens. Okay? Okay, next card, reversed. The Emperor. So the Emperor has Archangel Michael energy. Michael, strong, will help you push forward through this. Okay? The Protector, the Defender. 4s have some organization, leadership. 4s have some very strong, it's an extremely stable type of energy too. Okay, and Michael is like, let's go after this. Let's go for this. So if this is, we're going to use the example. If this is, going to school, or going for an advanced degree, or going for specific training, or going for a specific job. It's like, okay, we need to make sure that we have all the paperwork in place. We need to make sure if we're going with a scholarship that we have everything ready. It's really it's like everything needs to be ready before that first domino falls. It's like it's got to be an airtight package. Okay? The package has to be airtight, no loopholes, nothing to fall out. Okay? Wow. My Geminis, there, you're kicking butt. You're a bad butt. Here we go. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. Last card, the Page of Water. Okay, so now we talk about the pages. We had the fire energy. Well, this is Earth, but fire energy. Now we have water energy, and that is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. You want this. This is something you really, really want, and you're willing to pay, you're willing to go after this. You're willing to make the sacrifices needed. But the thing about this is it's something that you really feel is something that the universe, destiny, wants you to go after. Okay? This is one of the things, and again, the overview, the intro talks about that there's lots of destiny type of energy going on through Leo season. And this is like fulfilling a destiny. Intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. Really, even though, I mean, this is an extremely strong message for whoever's out there. I mean, it's really strong. It does feel very successful. It feels like you've put in the work, you've gotten yourself to this point, and now it's just time to do it. It's now time for that little domino, the door to open. You know, this is, oh, okay, so here we go. Ooh, there is this moon energy here, shadow, things behind, things that are kind of like what's behind the curtain. It does, I do feel like you have really, really looked, and like I said, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. You have looked in a lot of the shadow areas, but let's go on here. This one, like I said, this is shadow. This is an 18, 1, basically, new beginning, new start. 10 plus 8, transition, 8, unlimited opportunities, looking into things, looking deeper into things. Now there's a lot of intuition with this. There's a lot of connecting with higher power. Remember, we've got those 2 full moons in Aquarius, and they're like bookends to Leo. They're kind of like, and they're just basically like getting things done. We have the stuff coming up on the 8th, that new moon on the 8th, okay? And then there's that Lion's Gate. So there's a lot of strange stuff happening. But again, and the sun, Leo is about the sun, bringing light to the shadows. But this has a lot of things that have been hidden coming to light, things that that you've had to kind of face. There's some fears to be faced. Again, if it is, using my example, going back to school or going to school, that's in itself is a scary proposition, but it's facing a lot of your fears. Okay? Here we go. Reversed, we have a 2. So we have a 4, 1, 8. Okay, numbers are okay. 2, crossroads, transitions, but it's also joining together. This talks about spiritual union. Now, spiritual union, is this part of this intuition? Are you uniting with your higher power? Or does this have, oh, do I dare say this? Does this have, well, we're going to go it this way. This is also meeting destiny, okay? This could be meeting destiny. This could be, meeting that person you are destined to meet, meeting that, going into that career you're destined to do. But again, there is meeting destiny here. Okay, next card. Okay, we have the 7. 7 is the divine umbrella. There is a divine energy. Now, chakras, remember the chakra system or the chakra energies. There's more than just the 7, but the 7th one, so there's the root or the base, sacral, solar plexus, your heart. These are all more your physical, but then again your heart, throat, third eye, and then your crown become more of the spiritual or the metaphysical. The crown is connecting with that higher power. The crown is kind of like it's a, whereas the third eye is the receiver, the crown kind of goes up and down. The crown is that good conversation you have, and when you get the answers back. But again, so there is a divine umbrella, there is a divine destiny working this during Leo season for you, my Geminis. Okay, let's see what we have going on. But remember to connect with your higher power. Remember, that's very, very important. Remember Archangel Michael. I mean, Michael is so strong. Michael is also a bad butt. Yes, I can't, when I put these up, it'll say, did you swear? So no, we're not swearing. So anyway, so Michael, a bad butt for a Gemini, bad butt. Okay. But I like it. I like it for you, my Geminis. I'm saying it positively and with love. Okay, let's see. Osha Zen Tarot, what advice do you need as you go through Leo season? Here we go. First card. I hate this. These have been coming up. 6. Okay, 6. 6 is the number of man. It is the energies we put into something. Compromise in itself is not bad in itself, but you have to really look at what you're compromising on. Are you compromising on your integrity? Are you compromising, are you saying, okay, you know what? I'm kind of getting that analogy about the, what is it about the yeast? A little yeast, it's kind of like, there's things that you just should not compromise. Now you just have to figure out what those things are. Okay, next card. Here we go. Again, reversed. We have a 3. 3, again, creativity, Trinity, power of 3. This is about creativity. This is about looking, like basically looking around and seeing that there's possibilities out there. But we also have, so we have this woman here. We have this woman. She has her stars in her hair. She's got these beautiful colors around her. She also has that new moon. So just look to see about something, there is something to reach in with your own creativity. There is something maybe to see things a little bit differently, not necessarily compromising with another, but maybe you need to just kind of look at a different perspective. But there is also something around that new moon. And remember that new moon, well, there's the full moons, but the new moon is also on that 8th. Next card. I think that, okay, here we go. The Creator, okay, and that winds up on that 7. Again, my Geminis, there is a destiny. There is something very powerful happening around you this month or this season. Something very powerful. You have choices to connect or not connect. You really do. You really, really do. There's been times in my life where the connection was so strong. It was like, hey, I've got to live my life. Hey, I've got to, and you got to back off a little bit. So you do have choices, but reach out, Creator, very strong here. Okay, let's go on. We're going to use these, my Archangel Power Tarot cards. See what else we have for my Geminis. So you've got a majorly destiny type of energy here. You have a majorly, going after something you really, really want type of energy here too. Okay, reversed here. The 8 of Ariel, you are totally ready for this. You are totally ready. 8, again, remember 8, the new moon is on that 8. That Lion's Port thing is on the 8 where it's all open. 8, unlimited opportunities. Ariel is our earth energy. We've talked about the earth energy. You are more than prepared for whatever it is that you're going into, whatever it is you're going after. You are more than prepared for it. You've done the work. Knowledge is power. I know. Take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. Okay, so you've done it. There may be some things still coming in. Maybe you still need to make sure. Maybe there's going to be a little bit of, oh, you didn't sign the paperwork or something. Just double check. Double check your paperwork. Reversed. The Queen of Raphael. So water energy, Raphael energy. Queen's underlying energy is water. So water, water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. This is really very much a deep commitment. This is something that, again, this is a deep commitment to your heart. This is, again, I can't emphasize how strong this commitment is. Okay, let's go on. This is kind, understanding, giving, also psychic. There's a lot of psychic vibes going on here. Follow, do we have any other queens? No. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. Totally about this. Now, sometimes the Queen of Raphael, Queen of Water, can be a little micromanaging. You may need to make sure that, you kind of have to trust the people around you that are helping you, supporting you. So you may have to watch that, but maybe being a little micromanaging might help you to catch whatever might be missing. Okay, last card. Change your life. So now we have Archangel Michael, the warrior, the defender. We have Archangel Samuel. I need to know more about him. We have a 16. So we talked about the 1s. We've talked about the 10s. We've talked about the 6s. Add the 1 and 6 together, it becomes a 7, divine guidance. Now, change your life is all about things changing for you. Not going down the way you thought, I shouldn't say that, not going down the direction that you had been. This is again stepping into destiny, things changing for you in something big, but it seems very positive. It seems very universal type of energy coming down to you. Okay, Archangel Chamuel, a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. That's important. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. Now, too, we have been getting some of these, some type of movement like this. Remember, too, I talk about Friday the 13th. So, the 13th does have some major change energy there. So, just to say. Let's see. We're going to use my guardian angel cards. Radley Valentine again. We're just going to pull the 1. So any numbers jumping out at you? I mean, the 8 and the 16. The 16 is 2 8s. The 18, then we have the other 18. There's, then we also have some 7s. Okay. Watch the numbers. Watch the numbers, my Geminis. We had the 1s. Okay, here we go. Reversed. Guardian of Abundance. Oh, this is cool. I love this. Abundance would be your pentacles again. This is a time of great success for you. All your plans are blessed and will move forward perfectly. Unexpected job opportunities arise in the near future. Make sure to accept them. This card indicates that someone with an amazing career is involved in the situation. Remember I said you have the support people around you? This is a powerful person with great integrity who enjoys hard work. This person could be you. Very cool. I mean, sometimes it takes us a while, whereas we could have just pulled that one out, but we had to lead up. This is kind of the background, and then that's the summary of the story. Okay, crystal or energy for my Geminis for this season. But yeah, there's a destiny. There's this is the right thing, right thing, right time, right place. You've prepared everything. Now this is a time of great success for you. Okay, well, we're going here. Red Jasper. Okay. Nurture, determination, definitely for your determination. Relaxing. You do need to relax a little bit because I've been very hyped up during your reading. Also, tranquility. So you do need to have a little bit of that balance so that you can, so you don't burn out. Okay? Okay. So my Geminis, there's lots of things happening. Again, it's like fulfillment of a destiny, stepping into your destiny, those full moons, the new moon, a lot of things happening. Again, too, a time of great success. I'm going to claim this one. I'll claim this for you, my Geminis. Now, remember the button, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell. Remember to make sure all of those are clicked on because I told you people are saying, Deb, you go away, can't find your videos. So make sure you can find me. The other thing, though, the most important thing for you to know, my Geminis, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.